Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
All right, we're so happy to be here with you guys. So today is Tuesday, January 20th. So we are 2-3 weeks into the January.
Yeah.
It seems to go by so fast. So, Sharice, how you doing? What's going on with you today?
Doing well. Just came off of a 3-day workshop, and it was good. And the days keep like rolling into each other. So it's like, I thought today was my down day. Oh, okay. It's not. I'm gonna be on calls all day today. But it is Tuesday because I thought it kind of feels like Monday, but it's Tuesday because the workshop went through yesterday too. So
I definitely get that. All right. And so everybody out there in the world, please know that we are going to have an event April the 4th. In April?
Yes.
Yeah, April the 4th. It's going to be an in-person event. So mark your calendars. I'm just telling you guys to mark your calendars. All right. Okay. So get that ready. Sharice and I still have to meet on the details, which we will do this week.
Yes, we will.
And then we'll start getting stuff out there for you guys to know so you can know what you're coming into. But today, I'm so excited. All right. So today, our topic for today is 7 business trends for 2026 that no one told you about, but you got to know. You got to know. So I'm really excited about that because the market is shifting. And if you're not paying attention to the shifts, you'll be like Blockbuster. Y'all know I love to talk about Blockbuster.
Okay. Right. I know.
Because it was only their hubris. They had all of the movies. They had rights to all of the movies, to rent all of the movies. And they didn't shift with the market. And so I don't want you to be that business that doesn't shift with the market. I think the restaurant Folks, does anybody remember Po Folks? It was a Southern restaurant with 7 food. Yeah. They didn't shift with the market. And so I saw them go out of business. But they could have so easily shifted with the market because a lot of companies were doing farm to table. Po Folks was fresh vegetables. Yeah. If y'all would have just switched your marketing and became a farm to table restaurant, y'all would have rode the new trend.
Yeah.
And so you just have to kind of be aware. So it's a good combination as a business owner to keep your head up above the horizons and also down into the details. Like you have to balance the both between up and down. So, all right. Y'all know, if y'all haven't heard me say this yet, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You got to sit down and do some type of planning. You've got to do some type of thinking about your business. Well, how's this going to work out this? How's this going to work on this? What can happen? I was talking to a supervisor yesterday about taking on associates to her practice. I said, okay, but do those numbers first. I don't want you losing money because you think you're making money, but you didn't sit down and do the numbers and really calculate everything out. And so know your numbers. Y'all should hear me say that all the time. Know your numbers. When you're thinking about a new venture, a new business line, make sure you're doing the numbers. How much money will I actually make? How much marketing money will it actually take? How much of my time will it actually take? I was listening to one guy on YouTube the other day, and he was saying that he, for a year, mapped his time every minute of his day. And he said in that he was able to see where he was wasting time and where he was losing kind of money, even though it seemed like it, and I've used this example before. Like you can have one job that make you $100, but it only costs you 2 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Well, you may have another job that is 10,000 hours and $10,000. And so the cheaper job, actually, it may be easier for you to do them than to do the big job. And so just learning those, and you won't know until you sit down and do the planning. So, okay. All right, Sharice, I'm going to give it to you for business trend number 1.
Okay.
All right. Can you see it in your chat? Oh, you got it?
I do. I do. So that is strategy is replacing hustle.
Ooh.
That's good. That's good. That speaks to everything that I've been. Oh my gosh, the whole transformation that I feel like I'm going through right now. Like it says, hustle culture is officially exhausted. In 2026, wait a minute, hold on. Let me scroll back up. In 2026, hold on, y'all. I lost the. In 2026, the businesses that win are not the ones working harder. They're working smarter, cleaner, and with fewer moving parts. Okay.
Mhm.
Long hours with systems will be seen as a liability. Without systems, will be seen as a liability, not a badge. Of honor. Translation: if your business still depends on you doing everything, you don't own a business, you own a job.
Ooh, that's mic drop right there. That's mic drop. And I feel like that's really the trend that's been going on for the last, what'd
10
you say,
years.
3 to 5? Okay, I was going to say 3 to 5 years of really moving away from you doing everything to
Oh, yeah,
like
the
learning
moving
to
away
delegate.
from it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
moving away for sure. Because we've
yeah,
been in it for the past 10 for sure,
yeah,
plus,
yeah.
right? And then it's like, yeah, we've been I think we were starting to get the information. And now it's resonating like, oh, wait a minute. This isn't making sense
Mhm,
because my body, my mind, my soul, my nervous system
mhm.
cannot sustain
It
this
can.
hustle.
It can. It can. It
Period.
can. Your business can't grow if you're in hustle mode.
Yeah.
You can't. And so DL Sharon, she's a coach. Shout out DL. She likes to say, stop calling it a side hustle. You need to call it a business and treat it like a business and getting very clear. And Sharice, you've been what? What's your CEO? Oh, from One Woman Show to CEO.
Uh-huh.
You've been talking about that for years. And that's
Yeah.
really talking about moving into the systems and moving away from the grind. Old school. What we all saying is work smarter, not harder. And there's such a temptation, especially my generation. There's such a temptation to just go get another job, to work harder, to just do more of what we doing.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone. I respect Grant. I respect the hell out of Grant. I don't necessarily like him though in his message. Grant is very hard.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Grant says is just do it 10 times, 10 times harder, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. And for a lot of us, that doesn't work. It's not working anymore. You need to figure out, okay, what system do I put in place? What can I do so I don't have to work 10 times harder?
Yeah.
Like, what can I leverage? That needs to be the word for 2026. What can you leverage so that you're not like just hustling and grinding? I got this from another lady and I loved it. I don't even know who I got it from. So shout out to whoever you are out there in the world. The words grind differently. So still grind, but grind differently so it's not hustling and wearing you out.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right. Anything else on that topic?
No, I think I just everyone needs to sit with that. Because when you're conditioned to hustle, it's what you're gonna do.
Yep.
But it's taking on a whole new identity to not hustle. And are you willing to take on the new identity? Like in my discovery of all this, and me understanding that my true core work is identity work. And if you're not constantly shifting, your identity to get to the next level, you're going to stay in hustle mode. You're going to run yourself to rags. That's that. Or change.
Yeah.
Shift, change.
Yeah. And we was talking to somebody the other day. I have no idea who I'll be talking to, y'all. But we were talking about, remember, it's not the strong who survive. It's the ones who can adapt to the changes. And so being able to adapt is so important. So adapt to the changes that you see. Look at the trends, figure what they are, and adapt and start developing a strategy, which means you're going to have to sit down and do some thinking. All right. So let's give you guys an action point. Okay. So I'm going to give y'all 2 action steps on this first one, first trend. So the first trend with strategy is replacing hustle. All right. Action step number 1 is to sit down and redefine yourself. Some of us like calling ourselves a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. We hear the music in the background and everything, and we like that. You gotta shift out of that. So who do you want to be? Do you want to be a queen? Do you want to be a CEO? Like, what's your new definition for yourself? How are you going to define yourself? Let go hustle. Let go that inside hustler. And what's the new thing you want to be? Is it a queen and you want to move with grace? And this is a CEO and you want to move with charisma? What's the new role you can step into? Yeah. All right. So that's number 1, figuring that out and then putting that up there on your car. I'm a queen. On your mirror, I'm a queen. On your kitchen refrigerator, I'm a queen. That's who I'm moving into. I'm moving into my queenship. Okay. And then number 2 action item on this is make sure you have a strategy for the year and a strategy that flows together. So I'm going to do this event leads to this event. So this will do this and this will do that. So there's a strategy to it. And you're not just doing everything all over the place, hustling without a plan. So come on back, strategy. I'm going to do this event because this event will build to this event. And this event will funnel down to this. And then that will get me the sale. Yeah. And so come up with a strategy. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is founder energy will matter more than branding. Okay. Y'all know, if y'all don't know, Daniel Priestley is my virtual baby daddy. That's the way he is in my mind. And together we have created Maritalpreneurs. And so what Daniel has been saying from the beginning is you as the founder, you have to get out there and you have to talk. If you look at a number of companies, the founder has more followers than the company, than the business. And so the founder energy, so you got to be seen. You got to be out there talking to people. People want to do business with people they know. Yeah. We're going to talk about AI a little bit deeper into the conversation. But what I want you guys to know is because there's this that may be AI. They want to deal with real people. That might be AI. So I don't want to deal with that. And so that you as the founder, you've got to show up in a world where I guess I want to say everything is commercial. Everything is big business. People want relationship. They want to know who they're doing business with. You know, I don't want to just make Sam Walton and his grandkids rich anymore. I want to do a little bit more. I want to know who I'm dealing with. And so you guys as founders, take on that identity that I'm the founder. Okay. And then what do you have to do to put that out there, to resonate with that so that resonates throughout the world, that you're the founder of that energy. So what Sharice has been talking about forever and ever with the go from one woman show to CEO. That's what she's been talking about, that founder energy. So Sharice, since that's your thing, I'm going to now give you the floor to jump on that one.
Okay, so founder energy will matter more than branding. Okay, so let's be clear. Branding still matters, but the founder energy is more important because connecting with the founder, just what she said, connection is everything. And if you are in a state, okay, so it's saying here that your nervous system is now part of your business model. Clients, teams, and partners can feel when a leader is overextended, reactive, disconnected, or quietly resentful. So here's the thing. It's not just now, it's always been. It's just that now we can articulate it, put it in words and make it trending on the internet that this is a thing. But forever, this has been destroying businesses and families and relationships, because the founder, the leader has been overwhelmed, overextended, disconnected and resentful, which is how you end up getting all of these emotions, but you're the leader. Yeah. So you can't lead that way. You can't lead successfully that way, right? So in 2026, people will choose to work with regulated grounded, emotionally intelligent leaders, even over more impressive brands. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, okay. So this is what I want y'all to know about that. The world is feeling very unstable for people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People can't find their presidents.
Oh my God.
It's such,
They
it's
done
like,
been taken.
right? The world is feeling on fire. All right.
Yeah.
So when the world feels chaotic and crazy and on fire, people gravitate towards safety.
Yeah.
Gravitate toward people who are grounded and regulated.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a movie one time, and one man said, well, when that man walk in the room, you think he got the real true God. And it was like just a bunch of men with various different religions. It's like, what does your presence say when you step in a room? Okay. And I don't know if y'all have had the experience yet of starting to work with somebody and be like, nah, they energy off. I don't know. Every time, I don't know. I feel like they energy off. But let me back up from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, whereas it repelled people from doing business with you before and you don't know why, like they started to do the deal with me and then they just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been your energy. And so I'm going to ask, I'm going to give y'all action step number 3, I guess, for today, is do some type of meditation or grounding before you start your workday. Mm-hmm. If you can't do it before you start your workday, at least do it before you interact with your clients or interact with a new possible client or sales or anything. So that grounded calmness that you have will radiate.
Yeah.
Because people need safety right now. They need a surety right now. They need to know that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
been scared of recession for like the last 3-4 years, right? Just recession's coming. Oh my gosh. And so when people spend money with you, they need to feel like they're going to get their investment in return. They're scared of losing money. Like now's not the time for me to be losing money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So make sure that your presence is calming, your presence is soothing, that you're rock solid on what you're offering so that they can step and rest into that solidness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So here, wait a minute. And still in this topic, this is especially true for couples in business, Natalie.
So
okay.
It is. Yeah.
If your relationship is chaotic, your business will be too.
Yeah.
Right. But that's just across the board, period. And I think that everyone needs to just consider that people can see through you anyway. They see and feel your energy. So you're not getting away with not being centered and grounded. And you can be centered and grounded, right? Like Natalie said, take time, make it part of your system and your strategy to sit with yourself before work, during work, before clients, right? Because it's going to take more than just right before clients, because you need to have the ability and the stability to relax before the client in case you had crazy chaotic energy before in another meeting, right? It's unfair to carry that into the next.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next. Well, what do I want to say? Even if your life is on fire, you don't have to show up like that.
True. It's not fair to show up like that. You shouldn't professionally.
Right. And so do what you got to do that morning, that lunchtime, that break. You might have to do it 10 times a day. So that just in that next meeting, because if your life is on fire, nothing in the next meeting is probably going to really change the fact that it's on fire. So step out of the fire, handle that next meeting, go back and try to put out the fire. You know? Sometimes y'all might need to have. Yeah, my house caught on fire before when I was in my 20s. And when I came home, my brother was at home. When I came home, it was so overwhelming to see the fire truck was bigger than my house. This is my first house. The fire truck was bigger than my house. It was so overwhelming that I just drove past my house and kept going. Like I couldn't stop. It was so crazy. And so I was saying, you may have to do that that you may have to, let's just let that burn. Let me go up here, handle my business, and then come back and handle the fire.
Yeah.
So that your future will be less likely to burn because you've done something, you've planted a present seed.
Yeah.
So, and I get it. I promise y'all I get it. It's hard to do. All right. Trend number 3. I want you guys to think about doing fewer offers with higher price margins. And I really want you to look at what your price margins are. So do you have a 50% price margin on your product? Do you have a 100% price margin on your product? What are your price margins? What products, what services, what offers give you the highest price margins? Meaning the profit you make off of that. So what I would love for you guys to do is delete the lowest one. Whatever has the most minimum price margin, take that off. And the effort you were putting into that, putting into the one that has the highest price margin. This leads back up to working smarter, not harder. Having a system and a strategy, not just a hustle.
Yeah.
And so you can do it. It takes you looking at your numbers and actually figuring it out. And even when you think about a profit margin, also think about energy. Because it could be not costing you in money, but it could be costing you too much in energy. And so really looking at that. All right. So Sharice, what do you want to add to that?
Okay. This is perfection right now, because this is absolutely, where I am. And a lot of you are there. I'm keying in on something that I got to be patient to get to. But the fewer offers thing, what that looks like is, you might be all over the place trying to offer to everybody.
Yeah.
You don't offer to everyone. Everyone is not your client. So at this point in business, you should know who you're offering to. And most times you do, but like myself, I have a split clientele. And you have to decide, who you're going to serve. Do you have the ability to serve both clients? Okay. And if you do, there has to be a system. There has to be a complete, clear system, which is the second one, and clear client journeys, right? And when you are taking a journey with the client, you have to be the answer. You are the answer to their need and to their pain. So what does that journey look like for them? And you have to, a lot of times we say, well, my journey was like this and I know they need this. No. That was your experience. You have to get with these people. You have to survey these people, get in their space, learn who they are and what their needs are, and give them what they want.
Right.
So give them what they need, right? And that's how you create a clear journey. And from there, you can move forward with ease, right? So that but you have to be clear on that. That's the only way you can get to the higher margins, right? And then get to the longer client retention. I'm all about longevity with my clients. So that's why that's how I've sustained my business, through COVID and through transition out of the big salon to the small to the, whatever, just the transition period. Longevity with my clients is what has sustained me. So those relationships are important, even when you transition into the next level of your business or another business. This is your community.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Let me give you guys some practical tips. Find somebody in your life who is going to be brutally honest with you. Everybody got at least one cousin, one friend, one somebody that can be brutally honest with you. And so allow them to. And if you feel like, no, nobody's going to do that for me, then put it in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, hey, this is my channel. Audit it. It will audit it for you. And it will tell you exactly where you are. This is my social media link. Audit it and tell me what you think. And so you want to make sure that you are clear. Clarity converts. Complexity is going to repel. Like if you give somebody too many choices, they won't buy. It's too overwhelming. Too overwhelming.
Yeah.
All right. If your audience is confused about what you actually do, they won't buy. No matter how good your marketing is, they'll be confused. So you want to be clear. So when you're getting ready, they always tell you for Airbnb people, when you get ready to put your Airbnb on the market or, put it up to open it up, you need to stay in it one night for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know what the client experience is. Mm-hmm. So in your business, you need to identify where your client journey is. So what are they doing first? What are they doing second? What are they doing third? Does that make sense to them? So have somebody go through your client journey and map it out. Notice the questions that you're getting. I have had it, Sharice, I'm sure you've had it, where you have put something out there, you thought it was clear as water. Like it could not get no clearer. And people still be like, well, where was the link? Well, what you doing? When you having the offer? Mm-hmm. Okay. Apparently, I thought I was being clear and I wasn't because I'm getting too many questions.
Yeah.
So what does that mean I need to do so that my client journey is easy? And really thinking about the client journey. So, okay. All right, moving on. This is my favorite one to talk about. All right. So trend number 3 was fewer offers and higher margins. Uh-huh. Trend number 4 is AI won't replace you, but it will expose you. Yeah. The power of AI and how it's going to skyrocket your marketing is absolutely going to be amazing. And so people are going to be using AI to put high quality content out there in a way that will make your generic messaging disappear. Cookie cutter offers will collapse. Thought leadership will matter more than ever because people are looking for you to not be AI. Like people are scared of AI. Yeah. And so they want you. But you can harness that power so that you are more on target than ever before. So the power of AI to synthesize all of your client surveys or even to synthesize a website, your competitors, to synthesize information so that you walk away more powerful than ever before is absolutely blowing my mind. Absolutely blowing my mind. And so if y'all have not embraced AI and figured out how to use it in your business, now, AI, I think some people were scared of AI because they felt like it was going to replace them or they can't compete anymore. The industry is responding to AI so that you still can compete. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that you still can show up. Mm-hmm. All right, so figure out what your voice is, know what your values are, know what lane you're in, double down in that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna be okay. But don't be scared of AI. But you gotta harness it so that you can use it well. All right. What are your beauty pros facing with AI, Sharice?
Well, you go back to the basics for us. Let me be all the way clear with everyone. AI has been here. Google's AI, Siri's AI. You know what I'm saying? Alexa AI. Come on, y'all. Yep. Mm-hmm. AI has been here. We just didn't recognize it as AI. Now that it's trending, right? It seems scary because you got these people showing up with their AI twins, and it's like, who is that? And what is that? Well, it's here to amplify you, not replace you. Okay. It's here to duplicate you. Okay. And be places that you cannot be.
Oh,
right. Yeah. So if we've been talking about duplicating myself. I need another me. I need another me now. Well, here is your opportunity to have another you. Right. So AI can respond when you can't. When you're sleeping, AI can respond and be you and your voice. Right. And the disconnect in that is if you're letting chat and AI replace you with inauthenticity, right? You control it. It doesn't control you. It just gives you ideas and it might polish up your ideas, right?
Yes.
So you control it. So you don't let the media scare the heck out of you.
No.
So hear me when I say it's here to amplify you, not replace you, but you got to get position. You know, did the debit card replace the money? Did the debit card ever take your money?
No.
If the debit card ever took your money, did the bank give it back?
Yes.
Because guess what? AI was inside
Right.
the camera. AI is and was the camera, and it watched it and it said, oh, wow, okay, so yeah, it didn't give you your money back. So we have to give you your money back because we saw proof that it didn't distribute your money properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
AI. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not going to replace you. I know we have the fear, especially the beauty pros. But listen, when it comes to your scheduling system, there are all these apps now that are scheduling for you, that are answering the phone for you. Use it. Use it. You say you don't have any money to hire anybody. Use AI.
Oh my gosh. Please do.
I know.
She just answered somebody's prayer.
Yeah.
Learn what you got to do and use AI. I was talking to my cousin and she talked about she put her whole, she said it took her 2 days, but now like her whole sales funnel is AI emails and all of that. Like, so just get the information in there. And so get clear on your voice, get clear on your values, get clear on your lane, and then put that in AI so it can be you, so it can be a second you.
So, and I'm super excited about this too, because I had made a conscious decision. I was like, well, how am I going to, figure this AI thing out? So the decision that I made was that I am, doing what I need to do for the basic, but my business partners, girl, are AI consultants now.
All right, dear.
So my ecosystem is covered, right?
Gotcha.
We invested in them, and they are AI consultants, full certified consultants. And, we have everything that the beauty pros and the new entrepreneurs and the seasoned entrepreneurs need in order to elevate and amplify their businesses. Simple. First thing, scheduling link. Okay. Going out 24 hours a day, 24. Somebody DM you, bam. You got AI going to talk to them when you wake up. Okay. You know what appointments you got for the day. AI.
Yes. Yeah.
We are not leaving any money on the table ever again. Starting in 2026, we're not leaving any money on the table. Any money or anybody. Right? Because now with the AI help, you can go and service the people that you truly desire to serve and are called to, because AI is over here handling everybody else for you.
All right. So let me give y'all a practical thing to do on this. Okay. So for this trend number 4, AI won't replace you, but it will expose you. So I want you to sit down and I want you to write the answer to this question. If I went viral today, which means I would say, I'm gonna give you a number, 100,000 people, 100,000 hit your website. Do you have the AI systems in place to where you can handle all of that? That's the question. And whatever the answer is, then that's where I need you to go put AI in. So if 100,000 people hit my website today, what would happen? How would they make it through the process? Would they need an appointment with me? What would they need to do? Do they need to be the opportunity to get a link to go buy my book? Like what's the client journey they would go through? And where can you plug AI in to handle all of that? So only thing you would do is really just look at your bank account at the end of the day to be like, oh, shoot, I made a lot of money today. Okay. All right. So the question is, can I go viral today? What systems, AI systems, can you put in place? So if you went viral today, you could handle that influx of people. Yeah, I have been on coaching calls where people went viral by accident and their business wasn't ready for it.
Yep.
So get your business set up and get ready for it. So get everything in place so it can handle it. And AI can do that for you. All right, moving on. Trend number 5 that we're talking about today. And this one I love. All right. Emotional labor will become a business expense. Ooh. It's actually been a business expense to you guys, but I think we finally have the language and we're a place and culture where we can really talk about it being a business expense.
Yeah.
Emotional labor will be a business expense. So, when you're coming up with your products and your offers and your services, I need you to think about how much the emotional labor it will cost you. Okay. Yeah. And then budget for it. What's going to be your emotional with? Therapist. I have learned, and I learned this from a mentor. What clients do you need to see in the morning? What clients can you see in the evening? Do you need to see maybe all couples fighting on Friday because you got the weekend to recover? Do you need to see all depression people on Tuesday? So you got it bookended. Like, what do you need to do? What's your emotional bandwidth? When do you need to put things in place? So I know one therapist, she sees all her depression people on one day because she says, like, I need to get low and stay low because it's hard for her to be high and laughing with one client and then be with a depressed client and then be high and laughing again. And so think about your emotional bandwidth. Think about that. So build recovery time. Please build in recovery time, y'all. Yeah. If you don't do nothing else for 2026, please build in recovery time. So I think all of my people, I think we've all identified how often they need a do nothing day where they do nothing and how often they need their vacations and just general rest. So I'm really wanting my people. And so in all of my coaching one-on-ones, really talking about how do you rest / fill your gas tank up for the trip, for the road, for the week ahead. Not I'm burnt out. Now I can't work for the next month and I'm crying. We're not trying to live that life no more. Okay. So one of the things that you can do is stop ignoring your breakdowns, start trying to prevent them. Okay. Like if you know you're going to get hungry throughout the day, go ahead and pack up your food. Do it. Yeah. Do it the morning of, the night before. We're going to get ready and stop just letting stuff happen. So many of you guys will work all day long without eating because you didn't plan. You didn't, and you don't got to do a big plan on the way to work or something. You could have run through a program, picked up 2 pieces of fruit.
Yeah.
And two pieces of fruit, a box of granola, just have them in your desk so you're not working hungry. And what do you need to do emotionally? And then once you guys thinking about this, how do you take care of yourself in a way that you can always show up? Okay, go Sharice. What do you want to talk about emotional labor and how it's becoming a business expense?
I think that most people don't realize that, their nervous system is jacked up based off their, business, just the way you show up in business, the hustle, will have you messed up, and that emotional labor that goes with it. That's the part that is truly expensive. You not eating, you not doing your self-care, and I mean mental care. You not taking time out, you not sitting with self and understanding what just happened. What just happened?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, going from client to client to client, because I know that's how the beauty pros do. That's how, the therapists, the fitness pros, client. One client just dropped a bomb on you, which is their job. Even with us, we were built-in therapists. We didn't understand that, but they come in and drop it on you, and then you're processing, and then you got to move to the next. It's like the assembly line. But how do I handle that? Guess what? You're not.
Yeah.
You're not handling it. So if you have to pile it on, and now you're supposed to go handle it at the end of your day, and you're taking it into the next day. And then there goes your emotional labor. And it's gonna finally, eventually, it's gonna come down on you, right?
Yeah.
And how does that show up? That shows up in the burnout, the resentment, and the unresolved conflict, right? And then it always shows up in your revenue eventually.
It does. And I remember just being tired because I was working multiple jobs. And so my private practice, because I had to have a whole cognitive disease meeting. So I'd be driving to the practice, and because I was tired, I'd be like, Lord, I'm okay if these clients cancel tonight because I'm tired. I'm okay. All right. So of course that showed up in my revenue, right? You know, if you're resentful, people can feel that. It's gonna show up. And so do what you need to do to take care of yourself. So I think back then I had to make 2 or 3 or 4 changes to finally get my life to work where I could show up and I wanted to see clients. Like I wanted to see them. I mean, I always did. But you know what I'm saying? When you're tired, you just be like, man, this is for the birds. All right. Yeah. So check yourself if you're in a relationship, definitely check it. Figure out how to create healthy boundaries, healthy guidelines for yourself. And then the basics, make sure your water intake is, I watch my sister and she drinks a gallon of water. And so at the beginning of every morning, she's up to fill up that gallon of water so that she has it right there at her desk all day long. And so simple things like that take 5 or 10 minutes also support your emotional bandwidth,
Yeah.
When I'm hungry and I'm tired, I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
I ain't got it for you.
No.
I ain't got it for you. All right. So what do you need to do to emotionally take care of yourself, to physically take care of yourself? So those are the things that we want you guys doing. All right. So action step based off of that. What's one thing you can add to your morning that will have your day run smoother? Is it just simply buying a box of granola bars and keeping them at your desk? Is it as simple as buying a case of water and keeping it at your desk or near you or something so that you can at least take care of yourself through the day? Yeah. You need to read a motivational scripture or something every morning. Do you need to talk to somebody every morning? Do you need to listen to something every morning? What are the things that you need to do? And then, of course, making sure you have that rest scheduled and those do nothing days. Mm-hmm. And I know with a couple of my clients, they were like, well, I feel guilty for doing nothing. I'm going to need you to get over that and work on that. Just that simple. Yeah. Because what we can't do, what we can't keep doing is having you burn out and crying for 2 weeks. Yeah. Because you burn out.
Mm-hmm. And can't recover. You can't even recover the way you need to because now you got to run back in it because you suddenly left it because you burned out, without understanding what was happening.
Yeah.
So
it's I rebuke that cycle in the name of Jesus. That will not consume you guys anymore. You will figure out how to gas up your tank before the trip. No more we ran out of gas and now we're on the side of the road emotionally crying and we can't get it together. Then we have to go back to work because now our finances is messed up. Like we're not doing that anymore. Plan, take the day off. Have a do nothing day in your schedule. So that's going to be action step. I have no idea what number we're on, but that's the next action step. Plan a do nothing day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you can't do it at least once a week, do it once a month. Mm-hmm. Or every other week. One of my clients, every other Friday. The kids were at school and they came back home and got into bed every other Friday. Mm-hmm. Watch whatever they wanted to watch on TV and just rested. Yeah. All right. So how can you put it in the schedule? Put it in there systematically. Dan, is it Dan Sullivan? I think it's Dan Sullivan. He talks about 3 money-making days a week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that you can have like a paperwork day and I think maybe a rest day or like a non-money day. Mm-hmm. But think about Dan Sullivan's process of only having 3 money-making days a week. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so that's it. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Oh my God, we're about to run out of time. Where did the time go? Okay. Trend number 6 is clients are buying safety, not just solutions. We kind of talked about that already. Because the world is on fire. So we talked about you as a founder being a place of kind of safety and stability. Mm-hmm. But also remember that kind of in your marketing, that right now people are feeling like the world is on fire. Mm-hmm. People are not feeling safe. Mm-hmm. People, I can't even say it's the different ways and the things that I'm hearing is causing people to feel unsafe. Mm-hmm. And so when people are buying from you, especially if you're a service, I need y'all to understand that they're also trying to buy safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so how does that need to filter into your marketing, your words? What do you need to say? What assurances can you offer? and just understanding that they need it now and probably more than ever before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me give y'all an action step on that. So sit down and think about whatever your sales offer is, and think about how you can also provide some safety. So is it in your words? Is it in your being? Is it in your stability, leadership, credibility? How can you offer them safety in it? It may not need to be spoken. It can be unspoken. Maybe you just, as you take your sales calls, you sit there with resonating safety for them. That this is a safe place. This is a safe decision for you right now. You might need to add some words. You might not. So, all right. Trend number 7. This is the last one. So we coming on now. All right. Your personal life will either scale or sabotage your business.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. I feel I have lived this. I feel like not the last breakup, like 2 breakups ago. I feel like it had me walking around like a zombie for about 2 years. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't producing. I think I had was like, I ain't gonna cry over this. I just can't do it. But I was in like this emotional, stoic place. I'm not gonna feel the emotions. But when you can't just cut off one emotion. You cut off all emotions, right? So I couldn't access the happiness and the joy to get to my creativity. I couldn't. I was just stuck for 2 years, stuck, walking around like a zombie. And so with that, I need y'all to understand that. Okay. So as you build your business, what do you need to do to protect your relationship? And I think you got to go both ways. You need to protect your relationship from your business and your business from your relationship. Like I think it works both ways. And really thinking about that. And for some of y'all, now is not the time for you to try to get in a relationship. I know you want it, but your business is at too fragile of a place.
Yeah. Yep.
You just can't. I know. I'm so sorry. Like that sucks, right? It sucks to hear. But it won't be like that forever. You just need to get the business to a different point where like it's maybe fits in some type of structure so that you can have a life outside of your business. And so really, really thinking about that. You can't scale a business while you're ignoring your marriage, while you're ignoring your health, while you're ignoring boundaries. And if you do it, once you make it, it'll all crack and crumble because you'll crack and crumble.
Yeah.
And so I want you guys to figure out how to separate your personal life from your business life. Remember, you are not your business. And so separate that out a little bit. But I think we're going to see more and more of that as people can start to live more and more of their lives on social media, because all the way back up to the founder is the business, that one. And so it's going to be hard for you to be out there and have a lot of drama in your background. All right, Sharice, what do you think?
Well, this was the exact conversation that we were on, all weekend, especially last night. I was talking with a friend and my mentor, and it's like, you have to become less emotional. You cannot make these business decisions with so much emotion. And because you have to be the strategy, business is strategy. Personal life is emotion. And we tend to carry the emotion of our whole life experience over into the business. And it has to be separated. You are not to show up in business and deal in business as you did in the emotion that you left at home. It's ruining and sabotaging and I don't care. You have to learn to compartmentalize like that. Now that's emotional maturity.
Yeah.
You have to compartmentalize. And those are the things that will drive you crazy. But how important is your business? How important is your livelihood? Because I'm not sure about these people's businesses out here, but my business is my livelihood. So I can't let my personal life affect. And what does that look like? Being late for your appointments, not showing up looking your best, not showing up groomed, showing up emotionally distraught and chaos where people can pick up that energy.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
That is not fair to the client. And guess what? That is not a safe space.
Oh, preach that. Preach.
So if you really want to know what that looks like, what do you mean not a safe space? And people no, they need you emotionally stable.
Mm-hmm.
If they are giving you their money, if they are giving you their time and trusting you with their time and their business, and their emotions mainly, it depends on what business you're in, but people need a safe space regardless.
Listen, let me make y'all laugh. For therapists, this means you show up and your client don't be like, you okay? You need to talk?
You okay. Right. I just one of my friends just told me she just had to fire her therapist because her therapist needed more help than she did. That to me is like a teacher who is going to teach because they need the money. And of course you need the money, but it's like you're only there because you need the money. You're not there because you care about the kids.
Y'all do the work. Do the work. Like, so that you can show up and serve. And whatever that looks like. So you can work with me, either Sharice or I, to figure out how do you compartmentalize things? What does that need to do? You might need to change things in your schedule. You might need to change things in your relationship. Like maybe y'all can't have hard conversations in the morning anymore. Maybe those are only reserved for the evening. Like maybe we can only have them on Friday and Saturday. So I got Sunday to recover before I start to work on Monday. And so really thinking about all of this so that you can live on purpose. Oh my God, this took the whole hour, y'all. I got to go. All right. So listen, y'all, what you learn. I had an awesome time talking to y'all today. Where I tried to give y'all practical points. So go back, find the YouTube video and listen to these practical action points. Yeah. This is all so that you will be a success in 2026. Okay. So this has been the fabulous Sharice B. And I am Natalie E. And this was the Together podcast. So like, subscribe, do all the other things you're supposed to do. All right, Sharice, I'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right, bye.
Audio Jungle.